Hello.
You know what's so weird is since that camera is so close to the table now that I can't even see us.
Oh,
like,
see, I can see us really good.
Yeah, you can. I have to be like, oh, yeah.
Where am I? How do I look?
This way? Okay, cool. All right. Hi, guys.
Hi, it's Tuesday.
It is, and we are here with a craft that we've never really done this before, so we're excited about it.
We're going to give you a sneak peek into the Marji and Shyla mystery box.
Because it's back.
Stephanie will laughing at us.
It's fine, everything's fine.
It's fine. No. So it launched Monday.
Oh, look at this new angle we have.
I know. What do y'all think of that? You can
this
see
is
our
fun.
pretty. I know. We're like getting fancy here at my Craft Source Live.
I love it. So
yeah,
new angles, new views. It's a lot of fun. We are now. I feel like I have to look at that camera.
I'm like, which camera is it?
I know.
And also Facebook. Right now.
Oh yeah, YouTube, big news. You get the overhead, you get the heat press camera, you get it all.
Yes, so congratulations, YouTube. You have upgraded.
Hagen has figured out how to run it all from one spot.
Yeah,
so
it's really, really
we're
nice.
excited. Do we look a little pale?
Lisa Wells says, yeah, I ordered mine yesterday.
Yay, Lisa.
Put some saturation on us real quick. We look a little
Pretend
dead.
like we went to the beach this weekend.
We look a little dead. Okay, so the Marji and Shyla mystery back. The Marji and Shyla mystery box is back for May. We're really excited about it. I can't believe it's May.
I can't either. My kids are like 16 days of school, Mom. And I'm like, how is it already the end of the school year?
It's crazy. Our last official, like, co-op this past Monday was our last class day.
Really?
And then next week is our field day.
Your like party.
Yeah,
and
our like
stuff.
end of the year party, yes.
Oh my gosh.
But it's over. It's already over.
crazy.
And I'm just going to say, like, co-op was crazy because everybody knew it was the last day. Even the kids knew.
Yeah, they know.
And it was like last day of public school, I swear. It's like when all the teachers and the kids are just crazy wild. So where are you at, and what is your kid's last day of school? Because I'm always intrigued at how like different states start their schools and end their school years at different times of the year.
Yeah.
So when's your kid's last day of school?
Yeah, this year, or like in the fall, we're going to start school almost a week and a half later. Arkansas changed it, so we've got a little bit longer summer, and then they're just taking away some of our.
So it'll be the second
days.
to last week of August. Then.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I think it'll be nice.
I think it will be too. But yeah, so we've got a sneak peek. We have a new printed pattern.
Yes, we do.
That we are doing in here. I don't know which cam.
Super cute.
Reba says, hey.
Hey.
So this one is called Aztec Fabric. Its number is 303, 302, 303, 302, something like that.
Something around there.
Yes, something like that. Super cute, super fun. Guys, the Western vibes are so in.
They really are.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so fun. 303? Okay, so 303 is the pattern number.
302. I was trying to do 302.
Okay, sorry. I just kept seeing 3 flashing over there.
We just make up numbers.
Just kidding. It's 303. Okay, 302.
Yeah. So Shyla designed a super cute SVG to use with this. I don't know if you want to go screen share real quick, Hagen. So you can kind of see, I've already kind of changed it, but it's this cool eagle in this print, and then underneath it, it's going to say roam free. So
cute.
It's really cute.
Thunderbird.
What is it?
It's a thunderbird.
Yeah, I don't know birds.
It's a thunderbird.
Sorry, it's a thunderbird.
It's a thunderbird, but it's fine.
And then we also, in the mystery box, have
the same pattern in faux leather.
Faux leather. So we're going to do a faux leather craft.
Yes, we are.
We're doing 3 crafts today, so buckle up.
Buckle up. We thought it would be really fun for you guys to see the same pattern in all 3 products that you guys can purchase it in, right? Because this is something that we've never done before, and I feel like that we tell you guys, like, oh, by the way, you can also get this print in this product.
Yeah.
But we don't show you all in one live what they look like in different crafting.
Yeah, and how you can use it to create like a completely custom
set,
and people are going to love it.
So our shirt is going to match our new keychain, and our keychain and our shirt is going to match a tumbler. Because we're also going to cut a decal out of the same pattern in adhesive vinyl. So this is so cute.
We're going to put it on the barrel, what is it, 20 ounce?
25 ounce
25 ounce barrel tumbler. So this is a hefty tumbler, and I feel like it really goes well with the Western pattern theme.
It does. It's something that we don't talk about a lot is that we do have stainless tumblers here.
Yeah.
We have skinnies. We have the traditional, like the Yeti, I guess is the traditional shape. We have just like modern curves, all different sizes. So you guys check those out. Something that we don't really utilize a lot here because a lot of people are doing like the epoxy and stuff like that. So traditionally we don't want to be super boring and just stick a decal on this because some people are so much more advanced than that, but the epoxy is so messy.
It is.
We don't really like doing that back here.
Well, and it's just hard to do it completely on the live and give you guys the full effect.
because those of you who do epoxy tumblers know that it's like a 4-day project for 1 cup, and we're not about that life over here.
We are not. So
Margie and I have rushed to so many projects
gosh.
on live just so you guys can see the end result.
And
We're
then
like, we don't want to be all the way.
email and they'll be like, "Are you really supposed to do it that fast?"
And we're like, no.
okay, I
that
feel
was
like I need to up the pressure just a little bit more.
Hey, Kim. Thank you for
Kim.
joining us.
I thought I fixed it today.
Monique says I ordered my box yesterday,
I saw that, Monique. I hope you love it.
and Andrea says New Mexico and my girl's last day is 5/27.
Okay, you're kind of around the same time as
Yep.
me.
May 27th
So,
in New Mexico.
yeah, so this is the StarCraft Solo. This is the newest digital cutter. It is amazing. I love this new angle that we have. You can see it. It's so quiet. With our printed pattern HTV, guys, you cut it pattern side up and you do not mirror your design. Leave it as it is. Don't mirror it.
Another key point about this product is that it is a 2-piece paper. So you're not going to want to cut all the way through this material. If you do, you're going to hate yourself.
Yes.
Because it's almost going to be impossible to use and save.
It's true.
So when you're using our printed pattern HTV, you need to make sure that you're purchasing a TTD Easy Mask, which all this is, guys, is a carrier sheet. You're used to seeing this, pre-built into your regular Caesar Easyweed or your StarCraft Softflex. But when you're using our printed pattern HTV, this is not pre-bonded to this. So you have to buy it separate. But we sell it in 5-foot rolls now.
We sell it up to 5-yard and 10-yard rolls. So,
Okay, 10-yard rolls, you can buy a whole
Um,
mess of this stuff.
And for the sheet, it's $1.20 for one 12 by 14 inch
Which
sheet.
is perfect for the printed pattern HTV
Yeah.
size. But if you're doing a lot of printed pattern projects, you might just want to go ahead and get a 5-yard or even a 10-yard or a 5-foot roll. That way you have plenty to get you through your big project.
Yeah, you just have it on hand. Do we have any questions or comments, Hagen?
Monique says I'm sure you guys will never disappoint.
Aw,
Aw,
thanks,
thank
Monique.
you.
You're so sweet.
That
I know. So this is really fun. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited. We didn't tell them what we were putting
Oh,
it
yeah.
on. So Margie chose to do
A Storm. I think it's Storm.
this storm.
The Bella Canvas Tri-Blend in Storm.
Yes, super fun t-shirt.
So
These
soft.
are so soft, our tri-blends. And then I'm going to do the Sand Gildan sweatshirt just because we still have some sweatshirts that we're trying to get rid of. And I actually really love wearing sweatshirts with shorts in the summertime. I'm a weirdo. But I'm always cold all year round, so
She
I like to
is.
have sweatshirts all year.
She runs the heater year round up here.
I really do.
so,
I have a heater at my desk. It burns everybody up.
And I've seen a lot of the young girls, like my daughters and their friends. They wear sweatshirts year round.
Yeah.
So we had them on sale last week. They're not on sale anymore, but just go ahead and grab one.
They make
Stock
cute
up.
bathing suit cover-ups
They
too.
do,
Like if you're
yeah.
gonna be at the river late at night when it gets
Uh-huh.
chilly, when the sun goes down, they're just nice to have
Yeah,
all year.
they really are.
And Lightning says I'm new to all this. Can you tell me what type of printer you need to print vinyl?
Yes. So these are actually printed in house, and we have a commercial size. We have multiple
Yeah.
commercial sized. Those are latex printers, right?
Latex printers.
Yes, latex printers. So that's what we print our printed patterns on. So we don't necessarily recommend that you invest in that kind of commercial equipment, especially if this is just a hobby or an Etsy shop crafting type of business for you. But we do sell inkjet printable products that you guys can run through an inkjet printer, and then we also sell sublimation items, which requires a sublimation printer. But they're just more affordable at-home printers that you guys can print custom designs on, and put them on shirts or cups or whatever you want. So hopefully that helps.
Hopefully that answers
We
your question.
sell over 300 patterns of
printed patterns.
printed patterns in HTV, adhesive vinyl, and faux leather. Not 300 patterns in faux leather, but y'all get what I'm putting
Yes.
down, hopefully. This cut all the way through.
It did,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What? The test cut did not.
I'm
Okay,
just gonna,
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
down.
like weed it gently.
Okay.
Rebecca asked, do you have any monogram for t-shirts?
So you can make a monogram
Oh my
with
gosh,
any
monograms
of the
are so
vinyl.
cute
Yeah,
cut out
this
of
is so
these.
cute. The printed pattern with a monogram. I have done. There's an app called Monogram It that is great for creating your monograms, and you can save it as a PNG and bring it into Silhouette, Solo, Cricut, and then just trace it, and it's ready to go. So it's awesome. But yeah, so you can use any of our vinyls. I do monograms with glitter. It's really cool in glitter and everything. So Shyla is weeding, and it cut a little. It might be a little tricky to transfer.
Yes, I'm gonna do my best to not try and like actually. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
To get it to come off the carrier.
Yes, I don't want to like rip it hard, so I don't want it to come apart.
Yeah.
Latica asks, how much for the order and how many come with, or you can combine?
Okay, so you can go to our website and buy any amount of vinyl that you want. What did that say?
Today's.
Oh.
We'll talk about that. in a minute.
So
Yes.
you guys can go to our website. We don't have a minimum order requirement.
We don't. You can
order one thing or
a million.
5,000 things. And so everything kind of ranges in price, but we can definitely talk about the products that we're using here today and how much they cost.
Yeah, so our printed pattern HTV costs $6 a sheet. And then if you buy 15 or more, you do get a bulk buying discount. With all of our heat transfer vinyl, they have built-in bulk buying discounts for the same type and size of vinyl. So say you need 50 sheets of white Easyweed, the price is going to drop from $3.50 to under $3 a sheet. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a great deal. And yeah.
Hopefully while I'm weeding this, you guys can kind of see that this is what we mean by not cutting all the way through. It is sitting on a backing sheet, and when you receive this product, it's really hard to see that it has a backing sheet because
Yeah.
it feels so thin. But just make sure that you're not cutting all the way through this and actually weeding it off the backing.
And that's why we say you cut it pattern side up. If you try to cut it on the backing, it's gonna mess up and it's not gonna
And
be
don't
pretty.
mirror. Do not mirror.
Don't mirror your design.
You use the printed pattern HTV a lot like you would adhesive vinyl.
So with, I don't mean to do that. Cancel. With the regular HTV, if you want to go to the screen share, Hagen, here's our roam free. We are going to cut this out of turquoise, so we need to mirror this design. So you're just going to go to object, I forget where I'm at, transform, oh my gosh, and then flip horizontal mirror, and then that just prepares it to do it. And I'm going to put 2 on here because Shyla and I are both going to use it.
And this is the Caesar Easyweed turquoise. I don't know why I always want to call this teal.
I know. She's like,
but
we need
look
teal.
at how good it looks with this pattern. I mean, it's literally the perfect color. You guys
It's
can
amazing.
see that? Yeah, it's amazing. It goes with it so great. So we are going to put Roam Free underneath in that color.
And so with HTV, you put it shiny side down on the mat. This is the shiny side. That's going to go down on the mat. If you aren't sure or cannot tell, you can always take your weeding pen or weeding tool, guys, and pick at a corner. If you can't pick at a corner and do this, then you've probably got it on the wrong side. So you'll want to flip it around.
Also, your TTD Easy Mask is reusable up to 3 times if you do not press it for the full amount of time when you're pressing your HTV onto your shirt. So just keep that in mind. You know, preserve your products. This does cost you money. You want to be able to use this as many times as you can. So just keep that in mind when you're using the TTD Easy Mask. Do just like a quick tack down, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we're at the heat press.
And you can, like if you forget to order it, you can save your carrier sheet from a piece of Easyweed and use it. Easyweed should I do a test cut with the Easyweed?
So something that I like to do, I feel like it makes it bond easier, is I actually put, the HTV face down onto the sticky side of the TTD Easy Mask, and then I take my squeegee and I squeegee the back side, because I feel like it releases a lot of the air bubbles that got trapped in there a lot better, and then it's going to release a lot easier too when you peel the backing away from the HTV instead of the HTV away from the backing.
Luke says, what kind of machine do you use?
Yeah.
You could use with our materials, you're able to use a Cricut, a Silhouette. This particular machine is the StarCraft Solo. This is kind of like the newest vinyl cutting machine on the market. But you guys are able to use any of your home cutters with our materials that we sell.
Monique asks, are your printed vinyls cold peels?
I love that question because it's so important to know, how does the vinyl work, right?
Yes.
There's just, a lot of different HTVs require different, uses and methods. So with our printed pattern HTV, it's a warm peel. So I wouldn't suggest that you peel it as soon as you pull up the press because it might pull up some of the ink with it. But if you let it cool just a little bit, then pull it, it ends up being perfect. So a warm peel is kind of what we like to say.
All right, and I'm weeding my HTV right now, my printed pattern, while the turquoise is cutting.
And I'm just squeegeeing really good around the edges of this HTV because I want to make sure that it bonds really well when I go to release it. Because the air does get trapped around the edges.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't have a squeegee, get one. It'll be your best friend.
Yes, it will be.
They're really great.
I think all of us who do vinyl probably have multiple at our house.
Mhm.
I know I lost mine the other day and I was so frustrated looking everywhere for it, and I'm like, I have a pile of 5 more just right over here. I don't know why I'm looking for the one.
I know, you have
squeegee.
like your favorite squeegee
It's so
and your
silly.
favorite weeding pin.
Yeah, it's really silly that we do that.
It is. So sometimes it's a little difficult to see, like in the printed pattern, where your weeding lines are, like where you need to weed. So you just kind of, like, I have to look at an angle. A light box helps if you have one of those.
It's funny because Margie struggles to see up close and I struggle to see far away.
Yeah.
So when I'm doing projects like this, I'm good with or without my glasses, but Margie not so much.
Oh yeah, no, that's
So-
because I'm like so much older.
Hagen,
than
do you want to go overhead real quick? I'm going to show them how easy this works when you have a proper bond. So I squeegeed this really, really hard to make sure because we did cut a little too deep, but as you guys can see, it's still releasing fairly well. If you guys see some creases or bubbles whenever you're releasing, it's okay. It's actually presses right out and it's easy to smooth back down.
Yeah, you don't
So
even
don't
notice them.
panic about air pockets once you're pulling it away.
Tangito asks if this is your full-time job.
I mean,
Yes.
yes, we work here full time.
I do this outside of work too, so
yeah,
yes.
we both. Shyla has more of a business than I. Just do stuff for myself and friends, but not even friends that much. I'll pawn them off on Shyla or other people.
Yes, so this is our full-time job. We both do this around the clock, 24/7. Margie works in customer service a lot upstairs, and then I'm actually full-time down here in the marketing realm, so I mean, we don't craft all day. There's a lot to be done around
Oh
here.
yeah. Imagine if Corbin just let us craft all day,
I can't
not answer emails or phone calls.
I honestly can't do
It would be fun.
that. That would be fun.
I'm just kidding. All right. So we're going to get our shirts done, and then we'll move on to our next project. Are we going to do the leather next or the adhesive
I
next?
think the leather probably.
Okay. Maybe the adhesive, because then we'll have to change the blade a little bit for the
True.
leather.
I forgot about changing the blade. Also, here's your TTD Easy Mask
Okay.
for your pattern.
Okay, y'all. I love the Solo, how well, like, Shyla picked a super skinny font, because that's what we like to do, challenge ourselves, and the Solo, but it does such a good job. Look at it. The Easyweed is very sticky. The carrier sheet.
Seaweed is very.
I mean, just the carrier sheet of it. That's how we want it. It's okay.
Lupita asks, can y'all tell us how you started doing this and do you love it?
Yeah. How we started working here or just got into crafting. So,
Probably getting into crafting.
y'all, when the silhouette first came out years ago, it was when blogging was really big, and I followed all these craft blogs because I've always loved crafting. I used to scrapbook, and really I just bought scrapbook supplies and hardly put them and just made scrapbooks with them. But anyway, so like all these bloggers were sharing the silhouette SD, and they were always giving them away, and I would just sit and I would spend who knows how many hours entering these giveaways. And then, I mean, I don't know. It's ridiculous. And then my husband bought me one for Valentine's Day one year. That was like the best Valentine's present, and I haven't looked back. Like,
I too was gifted one for Christmas. Although I picked out my own Christmas gift, that is what I chose. And I didn't start on the SD, but I started on the silhouette portrait, which was the one right after that. And I had that puppy for years.
yeah, you just barely upgraded.
Yeah, and so it's crazy now to think because it was just a little 8.5 by 12,
Yeah.
cutting size. And so like when I upgraded to the 4, I went from the portrait to the 4.
Yeah.
And so there was also the 2 and the 3 in between those models, and it was a huge upgrade just to be able to cut a full 12 by 12, and then you can cut infinite long.
Yeah.
And so it was just a really cool upgrade. But I got one for Christmas one year, and I honestly have never looked back. I mean, I think it just becomes just a really fun hobby, and then for me, I turn all my hobbies into jobs. I have just really bad habit about doing that. So yep, now it's my job.
Wayne asks if the SVG for that is available.
It will be. I'll make sure and get it uploaded for y'all. Yeah, the Thunderbird's really popular right now. It's a good one
It's
to
really
have.
cute.
So I'm just working out some of these kinks and bubbles that I got while I released the HTV onto the carrier sheet, guys. And this is not normally really necessary, and I just want to say I'll have Hagen go overhead and I'll show you guys up close these little creases that have happened, and you're not even going to notice them when you press. They actually press right out. So I just want to give you guys kind of a visual.
So this isn't quite big enough.
Is it not? Okay, I can get you a new piece. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just like it'll just hang off a little bit.
Here you go.
Thanks.
So I'll give you guys a visual of what I mean by those bubbles and creases, and then you're gonna get to see how they absolutely do not matter once you press. So let me go overhead for you guys. So you guys see those little creases that I have, kind of like right here and here. Those are not going to be seen once I press at all. So that's really, really nice. And I will go ahead. Hagen, do you want to hold this up to the phones so that they can see the back side of that, what I mean by the creases on there?
I did a horrible job cutting that piece.
It happens.
I prefer to buy the sheets of TTD Easy to
Same.
Mask.
I don't like
because
curly things.
These curl up so much, and once you remove the backing, it's fine, but until you remove the backing, it is a pain in the booty to work with. So I've got my TTD mask sticky side up, and I am just placing my design on there.
Yep, and that's exactly how I did it. It's so much easier because you don't get a static clean, and it accidentally, grips where you don't want it to.
Yeah.
I hope I don't butcher this name.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
think it's a Rafalo.
Okay.
It says hello from Mexico City.
Hello.
Hola.
Lupita says, I have a Cricut 2 Air and I want to start my own business, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that the easiest place to start is social media, because you could actually start listing your stuff on Facebook Marketplace or even in handmade Facebook groups. And I love that because you're fee free, right?
Yeah.
See where your products go, and then start looking into having your own website or maybe an Etsy shop. And I would say just start on social media and see how it goes, introducing your products to your family and your friends first, because that's all profit. You're not paying anybody to host a website or, sell your items on, a digital marketplace.
Like, I'll make a shirt for myself or make one for a friend for a birthday gift, and then they will, other people be like, oh, that's so cute. Where, can you make me one? And so you kind of just start making something, figure out what your niche is or what you want to focus on,
Yes.
and go from there.
Absolutely.
And then Becca says hi, new year.
Hi,
Hey,
Becca. We have
Becca.
lots of newbies on
I
today. Thank you guys so
know.
much for joining us.
Monique asks, do you guys have an Instagram or Facebook where we can see your stuff that you make all the time?
Yes, so
Yeah.
Margie does hers on her personal, but
Mhm.
mine is branded, and I think we could probably end up linking it in the comments if y'all want to follow me.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
why is this so?
Well, mine did it too, but I squeegeed hard. Like, you might want to, like,
Yeah,
squeegee
squeegee
really,
more.
really hard. So, like, I went around, you see all these air
Mhm.
pockets? Like, I just, like, really
Okay.
pressed them all out.
I thought I did, but yeah, we can link. Stephanie can always drop them. She knows us.
She knows us.
And
Stephanie knows us a little bit.
I know, and to be honest, like I go through phases where I share my crafts a lot, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
So I share 'em more on TikTok lately than on Instagram or Facebook. Oh dear.
I'm going to go ahead and take this down for us while I'm waiting.
Okay.
Becca asks, what do you guys make?
I mean, I pretty much do shirts. Shyla does everything, literally.
I do. I have kind of scaled my business down to tumblers and t-shirts, and I really do a lot of sublimation. So that's kind of my, specialty, I guess you could say. But recently I've dabbled into a few other things just because I'm going to be doing a lot of event crafters markets in the area, and I realized that I kind of want some other smaller filler items, so I'm getting into some hats and patches and, fun stuff like that. So, but mainly sublimation, tumblers, and t-shirts is what I do.
And I've gotten hooked on the sublimation tumblers.
I
They're
totally
so
got her
much
hooked
fun.
on it.
She did. They're like, my daughters are always like, how many more cups do you need, Mom? And I'm like, there's no
Infinite.
limit.
Britannia also says new year.
Britannia, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. I'm loving these names.
I
There's some
know.
unique names going on.
There are. Okay, so we definitely need to adjust our cut settings for the, and I tested it, but, okay.
Mine had about that many too.
It
I worked
did.
them all out. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, the stress.
So, it is a National Teacher Appreciation Day.
Aw.
So shout out to any teachers that we have watching.
And they're probably not watching right now because they're in the middle of school days.
They
But if
are.
they're on a break and watching, hello, we appreciate y'all. I was a teacher before working here.
I'm basically a teacher because I homeschool my kids.
Yeah, it is a job. And like I always knew when Teacher Appreciation Week was when my kids were in elementary school
because you get your kids your gifts.
yes, and it was kind of sad this year. Like it's just different when they're in middle school and older.
Something that is really big in the crafting industry, like your Cricut users and your Silhouette users, is people make their
Mhm.
teacher gifts using their machine. So I'm just curious, did any of you guys make teacher appreciation gifts for today to send with your kiddos to school?
Or for this week. And before I worked full time, I was a stay-at-home mom and I was on the PTO. And so it's funny, on my time hop, it was pictures of me. Like our PTO would gift the teachers gifts every day, and we did, like, one year we did tumblers with their
Aw.
initials, and I cut all the vinyl out
Oh,
for
that's
it.
so
it was
fun.
fun. I was like, I remember doing that.
That is so cool. Okay, so we are actually using the Cricut Strong Grip mat for our faux leather. This is going to also cut just fine on the Solo. I will say that some of the mats across the different cutter brands are universal, which is really nice.
Yes.
We just know for a fact you can't use the Silhouette mats in the Cricut.
And the Cricut mats you have to cut down to use in the
Correct.
Solo. I mean, in the Silhouette. But the Solo is such that you can use any mat.
Yes. It has a really good adjusting blade housing. So if you ever did have a thicker mat and you'd notice that it was kind of, being wonky, you can actually adjust where the blade housing sits, which is really nice. We also recently learned that you can also angle your blade housing like 2, 3, 40 degrees, wherever, and it'll actually cut sideways, which is crazy.
That's nuts to me.
Becca says sounds like fun.
Thanks.
Paulo says new fan.
Aw, thank you.
And Britannia Anya says, I used to be a substitute and Head Start teacher.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome. That's a great program, Head Start.
Head Start is a great program.
Monique said, I made wooden pencil signs, teacher supply coasters, and t-shirts for the kids' teachers.
Monique, I know you've been busy,
I
girl.
love it, Monique, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's so cool. This one corner just got a little messed up. Okay.
So our heat press turned off, but I went and ran and turned it back on, and it's heated back up to where it should be now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go pre-press my sweatshirt. You always want to pre-press whatever you're using. I have a feeling I'm gonna look extremely fluorescent over here because it looks.
It'll autofocus.
Look at how bright I am.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow,
Okay,
Shyla.
so yeah, I was like this. I think the exposure is up way too much. Okay, so always pre-press because you have moisture and wrinkles in your garment that you're gonna want to get out. Because if you have those in before you press your HTV, you're probably not gonna get the proper bond that you need, and or it could crease your HTV, and then when you go to pull out the crease, it just cracks it. And that is never fun when you've worked super hard
No.
on what you have designed and made. So just always pre-press, make sure that you're getting the moisture and wrinkles out. We have the heat press set to 305 degrees because that is what is required for the printed pattern, HTV. And, oh my goodness, and that is really high.
Oh.
For sure. Hang on, I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. Okay, much better. It's still really hard.
Do
Okay.
you want me to come
Nope,
with
I
that?
got it.
Okay.
So the printed pattern HTV and Caesar Easyweed both press at 305 degrees. So that's why we have that set at 305.
Lupita asks, what kind of heat press do y'all recommend me to use? I can use the mini press to make a shirt or no?
Yes, so the Cricut mini press would be a little bit of a challenge just because you do want your heat to evenly distribute across your whole garment. So it would work really great for a pocket size, application, but maybe not a full front design. I think that'd be a little bit tricky. Also, when you're using Cricut easy presses or mini presses, you have to use your body weight as your pressure. So absolutely, I'm not saying that you can't use them. You just need to make sure that you're using them properly. They're also about 30 degrees off on their temperature. So if something says 305, you might want to go ahead and turn it up to about 325 just so that you make sure you're getting the proper heat temperature on your products. This is the StarCraft Swing Away 8-in-1. We love it here. We also have the StarCraft Mint 15 by 15 clamshell that we love here as well. Margie and I both have one of those at home
We love it.
that we personally use. I didn't go with a Swing Away personally because it requires a lot more clearance. As you guys can see, this takes up a lot of space when I'm swinging it around. So the clamshell is just one that goes up and down, which is, basically
It's a
all you
smaller,
would need.
yeah, it's a smaller footprint, but if you're wanting the attachments and stuff, we don't have the turquoise in stock, but the silver swing away is a great,
Yes,
one
there
minute.
is a 12 by 15 newer model of the StarCraft Swing Away that is out and available as well, and it has all the attachments for cups and hats and mugs. I said cups, hats, and plates.
mugs.
I said cups and mugs.
Cups and mugs.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this pressed. And so as long as you have trimmed your carrier sheet, down around your design, you can actually press this at the same time because they actually use the same amount of time, temperature, and pressure. So that's really handy. So I'm gonna go ahead and arrange this on my shirt how I want it, and we're just gonna press it all at the same time.
Lisa says the silver press is so pretty.
It
really is a pretty press.
And with the silver press, they worked out some of the kinks, like the timer works for the cup press and stuff, which is really nice for all of our tumbler makers or mug makers. All those people.
All those people.
All those. I mean, because that was kind of hard having to set another timer. Like, it was a little frustrating, I know, for them. So, that's all I mean. Alright. So, I'm I'm sure my son Matthew is not watching, but shout out to him and his robotics team. They are at the world competition in Dallas today.
Go Matthew.
So they're just doing the opening ceremonies, and they will have their competition starting tomorrow. But it's really exciting.
That is exciting.
They had, for the junior high level, they had 3 out of the 4 qualifying teams were from our school.
Wow.
So it's really cool. Like, it's really exciting.
You know what I think? I think that just means they have a fabulous professor. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
An amazing teacher. who
Yeah.
can bring all the kids to light. And
Oh
show them what
yeah,
they're
I
capable
know. And Matthew's team, who they won state, they were like the bottom ranked out of all of our school teams. So they really
Wow.
came up and
That's
did
great.
it. So it's fun.
I have everything where I want it, so I'm going to use this heat-resistant sheet. These are also commonly referred to as Teflon sheets. We just don't have them labeled as that on the website. So be sure to shop a heat-resistant sheet if you don't have one.
For copyright
A
issues.
little bit of a copyright issue. So I'm just going to cover that up so it's nice and protected, and we're just going to press it down. Thank you. I hurt myself, like my. Anyways, we're not.
I
gonna
wonder
get
if we
into
could add a comfort grip to that one.
that would be nice.
Get a pool noodle.
Lupita says that she lives in Dallas /Fort Worth.
Oh, okay, Lisa, they're in downtown Dallas today. So I don't remember what place they're at, but they're there. So it's fun.
Okay, so you guys can go ahead and peel. If you're using Caesar Easyweed, it's a hot peel, warm peel, cold peel. It doesn't matter for Caesar Easyweed. So I went ahead and pulled that. I'm letting this one cool just a little bit because, like I said, you might see some ink release on the carrier sheet if you try and pull it away too soon.
I think that's a great tip.
Yes, it is. And it is still really hot, so I'm going to wait just a few
It is. Hey, Steph. When you cut faux leather on here, do you remember what you did?
A lot.
That's laid out a lot.
Huh? You have the blade. I have the blade out a lot. Okay.
Okay, so as you guys can see, there's no ink release. It literally came off perfectly clean, and I think that it really does make a difference when you are letting it cool off a little bit. So here is what my sweatshirt looks like. Super cute.
Cheryl asked if you do away with the vault on the website.
Yeah.
The vault is gone. I know that we preached to you guys for quite a while and said, if you want to utilize the vault, do so as soon as possible because, you know, it could disappear at any point in time. We are now utilizing that section on our website as an awareness category to try and bring light to all the different causes that happen in the different months. So last month, you know, April was Autism Awareness. Was there anything else, Steph, or is that the only one we did in April?
That's what we did in April.
Okay,
One
so...
more, we just didn't.
Yeah, so starting this month, Stephanie's been working really hard and it's actually up and active right now. So the awareness category is now full of
Mental health,
mental health,
lupus,
lupus,
skin cancer, melanoma,
skin cancer, melanoma,
asthma and allergies,
asthma and allergies,
cystic fibrosis,
cystic fibrosis.
neurofibromatosis,
I'm not even going to try it. Neuro something. NF, okay.
celiac,
Celiac,
American stroke,
American stroke,
ALS,
ALS,
bladder and brain cancer.
bladder and brain cancer. So we have filled the awareness category in light of all those causes and awarenesses so that you guys can easily shop those materials that you need if you're trying to bring light to any of those. I know that for my business personally, I get a lot of requests for the different, you know, Down syndrome and autism and all that stuff. Those become very popular in their months of awareness. So we just thought that'd be a really fun asset to the website so that you guys could easily shop those. And I'm just going to show y'all my sweatshirt to everybody over here. Super cute. I love this pattern. Once again, if you're just joining us, this printed pattern is called Aztec Fabric and its number is 302. We have it in adhesive vinyl and faux leather and HTV.
Hella says, I hate that I can't stay. I'll catch the replay later.
Yeah, bye. See ya.
And you'll note that Shyla and I both had a lot of wrinkles in ours, and there's none.
And there's none. Once you press them, that's why I wanted to show you guys the wrinkles and the bubbles that are in the printed pattern after it releases from its backing. When you press it on, you don't even see it. It literally smooths itself right out. That looks so good on that color.
I like it on this color.
That's cute
so
on that
fun.
color. Very fun.
Okay, set it over there.
Yep. So the next craft that we're going to be doing is some really cute faux leather keychains. We have brand new hardware in, you guys. We're really excited about it. Margie's going to be using the gunmetal hardware, and I'm going to be using the brass. And these are so cute. I love the, are these called lobster claws?
Yes.
The lobster claw clasp is so fun. And I just love, this is so cute. Are we overhead? Can show them these. So this is the brass, and then this one is the gunmetal. And Margie, do we sell these in?
They're I think 50 packs.
Super fun.
I think 10 and 50. Do we want to do 2 passes maybe?
Oh, probably.
Probably. Yeah. I think if we do 2 passes, so we're going to go. So with the solo, you did 120?
No, 10 and 20 packs on the hardware.
The short chain is the 50 and 100.
Gotcha. So be sure to check out, what is that under tools, Steph?
Tools and hardware.
Tools and hardware. Be sure to check that out because we also have some other fun, unique tools that you might need to create earrings with. And those key fobs that are really popular. When we started offering faux leather, we wanted to make sure that we brought you guys the tools that you also needed to create the projects that you can use with those. So be sure to check out the website thoroughly when you're shopping, because we are almost, I would say we have everything, the peanut butter. Oh no.
What?
Look, that just like
Oh,
scraped
it
that
smeared
off.
it?
Yes.
It's because we just printed it,
We
I guess.
just printed it.
We'll just cut in the bottom
Yeah,
down
just
here.
cut. This one's perfect, this area.
Lisa asks, says, I use 400 in my heat press for 5 seconds. Is that a good time?
No. That could,
400 is for sublimation. I do not
Yeah.
recommend. There's not a single HTV that we sell that you would need 400 degrees for. I would just fear that you would be overheating it, and that it would eventually, it would just unbond and just fall right off, because there is such thing as overheating your HTV. We have these really handy how to use buttons under all of our products, our HTV specifically, and that's going to bring up a really handy chart. It's going to tell you the material, the time, and the temperature that you need for that specific item or material, and I would just suggest following that, because
Yeah.
you want to make sure, especially if you're selling your products, that you're giving them with the utmost care and quality, and that it's going to wash and wear and with longevity.
And yeah, like Shyla said, the issue with doing too high a heat is it will literally evaporate
The
your
adhesive.
adhesive.
Yes.
So
Yes, it will. So hopefully that helps. That's not what we would suggest. I know that there's a lot of people who think, oh, the more heat I use, or the more pressure I use, or the more time I use, the better, but that's not always the case. Well, it almost did it,
it
huh?
did it a lot smaller.
Oh no, is it doing that again? Is it doing that whole madness again? It's cutting everything
Well,
small.
and I changed it was
Did you put the scale back to
yeah, so it was on 1. It was on 2 and I put it on 1.
just now?
Uh-huh. When I was doing the test cut, because the test cut
Look at
was
him
going
getting
so
his little
big.
notes out.
I wrote this stuff down.
That's
Hayden's
amazing.
smart. Okay, and I thought doing 2 passes would be good, but it didn't. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do more. I
Okay.
think we need to bring more blade out.
More blade outs, probably smart.
Rebecca says, what is the size t-shirt short sleeve you do?
So mine, I did a large, and Shyla did a small.
Yeah. Margie likes the large fit, and then I'm just a really small person naturally. So this is me in a medium, and this is a medium t-shirt. You guys can see that the sleeve length is almost down to my elbow. For some shirt designs, I like a larger fit, but I normally traditionally just go with a small Embella canvas, and then just a small overall. It just depends on the design.
So you think I need to leave the scale on 2?
Yeah, because that definitely went down to smaller.
So the Y is it's a weird one. It's 1.8987 for the Y.
Okay, and the X a 2.
It's just straight.
Okay. Sorry.
They even have your
Is there an easy way to do it, or you just have to hit the plus button?
I think it's the plus button. That's what I've done so far.
Okay.
I can look into it, see if I can say look at profiles or something on it.
No,
That's so
it's okay.
funny.
It's already applicable.
That's okay. We're gonna fix it.
Rebecca says, do you have 4X t-shirts?
We don't.
We don't. 3X is our largest size unless you're buying the 50/50 budget blended cotton Gildans. Why did I just make that so
I was like
complicated?
budget blended.
Budget blended.
Dry fit.
It's a budget sublimation tee. That's where I was going with that. But it is a 50/50 blend from Gildan, and we do sell those up to 5XL.
What was the Y again? Hagen?
1.8987.
Only in white.
8987,
I just want to
okay.
clarify that those tees only come in white. But all the Bella Canvas goes up to 3X.
3X, yes.
And then the Gildan Soft Style is up to 2X.
We're getting there.
So what we're doing right now is we're adjusting the scale settings on the Solo. The Solo is, guys, it's just very user involved. So when you're using the Solo, you have complete control over everything, and I mean everything. So you can easily mess something up and not realize that you messed it up. And so we've all kind of been learning this machine together. Hagen's learned quite a bit. Margie knows quite a bit. I just learn as I go, whatever I'm hearing from whatever they're talking about.
She just listens.
I
to
just
us.
listen and learn, but it's just a really cool machine because it has so many different features and you really have full control.
You do.
So we are just making some quick adjustments on that. We are cutting faux leather, and as soon as Margie gets a good cut, we're going to tell you exactly what we used here on the Solo for faux
I'm gonna
leather.
do one more test, and we'll see. Let's go all the way up.
I don't think at this point you can cut too deep, so we'll just go.
Well, then if I do 2 passes, see the, okay. So 150 without 2 passes is it.
Okay.
So we don't need 2 passes. So the thing about 2 passes is sometimes the faux leather will lift and then it will, it can affect your cut, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're at oh, I didn't change it to 150. 150, 1 pass, we're good.
I
Create.
can throw this at you right now.
What?
Look at the board. Look at the board. That was a...
That was hilarious. Oh no, see, this is the problem. The mat's not sticky enough. You see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I'm watching. Or you can do tack it. Tack it. Okay, so
Oh. Stop.
so I'm wondering if you could just cut faux leather without a mat, or does that
No,
not work?
stop. It does not work.
Cool.
So it cut one part really good, but we did not prepare any of our mats. Like we thought this was sticky enough, but it's not.
Clearly, it's not. Do we have another strong grip Cricut mat, or is this the only one, Steph? Okay.
Go get one and get a new piece of faux leather.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay, let's do, well, I already have the blade and everything set.
True.
So,
Well, wait. If you have any questions, talk to us.
so look how good it cut.
Oh, it was cutting so
It was
beautifully.
cutting so beautifully. It just lifted the leather. It cut through the mat.
That might be a little too much force. So the Cricut Strong Grip mat was very used here. So it was not strong enough to hold the faux leather in place while it was being cut. So although our edges were secure, the faux leather throughout the middle was not. So Stephanie's running and getting us a new Strong Grip mat, and we're going to recut this so that you guys can see that this can successfully be done.
We will persevere.
We will get this done.
Lisa asked, can you tape the faux leather down on the mat?
That's what...
Just had to see what he did.
So
did.
we taped the edges, but the issue is where it cuts
Yes.
in the center.
It wasn't strong.
It wasn't holding it enough there. So that was where we ran into the issue. So.
Yep.
Fabric or strong?
Strong.
Strong.
We want the strong. Thank you, ma'am.
Take 2.
New piece of faux leather coming through.
And we know not everyone
New
is
mat coming
as
through.
lucky as us that you just have a store that when you mess up, you can go get it. So,
But this is
but
good
I did do the
information.
test cut, and the test cut worked. It's just the mat was not sticky enough.
Is this the strong one?
The purple.
Okay, so we sell Cricut mats here, you guys. I just want to go ahead and point that out, that if you do need replacement mats, we sell them.
Do you want it this way or that way, or does it
I
matter?
don't think it matters. You can just do whatever way.
Oh, you can smell the adhesive on this mat. And give me that squeegee with the
Good
felt.
and...
So we're just gonna squeegee it really, really good, and that is when the felt edge squeegee comes in handy.
But you know what's nice about having a brand new mat is you ain't gonna tape it down at this point.
You don't, so that makes it much easier.
Isn't it great having multiple mats at our disposal?
We know we are spoiled.
We're aware.
We're aware. Don't judge us.
Do not judge. So we are going to be applying heat and bond tape to the inside of our faux leather so that it will just bond together and be perfectly good. We're going to be using the Cricut mini press. Look at how cute she is. We have it on the first level of warmth.
Okay.
Lisa asked, do you know when the solo replacement mats will be available? I like that story.
That is a great question.
You know, Lisa, we do not. I know, like, you can contact StarCraft and they might. I know it's something that they are working on, having replacement mats and other things for the solo. It just, like everything these days, got a little hung up in production. So,
This is going to
hopefully,
be so cute.
it is. Hopefully, huh?
Are they on the back?
Okay. Read those teeny tiny instructions, Shyla. So this is holding it in place really good and cutting it really good. So we did 150 for the pressure, and our blade is exposed a lot more than it typically is for adhesive vinyl or HTV. Oh, this is great. Okay, this is going to be very satisfying.
Ooh.
I am just going to simply, you want to go overhead?
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
So if you see how nicely this cut,
Guys, new mats are life.
new mat. I mean, I used to be very frugal and restick my mats, and I got to the point that it was not, it gets to a point where it doesn't work. So anyway, so then to remove the faux leather, this is a trick that if you don't know, turn your mat upside down, and then you're going to peel your faux leather or your vinyl or whatever. Oh, I really cut. We probably didn't need to do 150, but oh well, because it cut into the mat. Sorry, Matt. So it just helps the faux leather and the vinyl not curl. Okay, where did our new sheet go that goes on this? Did you set it over there?
What happened?
Just the carrier sheet for it.
Heather
It's right
asks,
here.
are you the only live on TikTok right now?
No, we are not. You can also watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube right now.
Right now. Did these do bigger
First
than?
class said, I'd like to add something to my orders on your customer service upside down face thing. Flip.
So if you will call or email customer service, info at mycraftsource.com, or give a call, 501-232-2288. They can assist you.
So this is how we cut our faux leather pieces. We actually joined an area of our letter. So I have an S for Shyla and Margie has an M for Margie. And we created a section that was bonded together so that we can simply fold. And this is where our hardware is going to be going through. And then we are going to be using heat and bond to secure the two pieces together.
But I think we need to put the hardware in before we heat
Yes.
and bond.
Lisa says, I usually do matless cutting, which I love, but last night I was cutting cardstock.
Yeah, you can't cut cardstock matless. Lisa, I would honestly either get a Cricut mat, or if you have silhouette mats, then that will work for you. I'm going to trim a little bit off my notch up top so that it will do how I want it to.
She also says, wow, that cut great, and those keychains are going to be adorable.
They are. I'm
so
excited.
What in the world?
We're
Get out
goofy.
of my head.
Get out of my head. Can you
Get out of
spell?
my head.
We used to spend a lot more time together. Me
Yeah,
and
but
Shyla.
we clearly still are in each other's brains.
Our brains are still synced. So I'm just cutting little notches so that my key ring fits and will not be bunchy.
I'm totally fine with mine being bunchy, so I'm just gonna go with this. But okay, I don't know if I'm just not following these directions or whatever. Okay, place the adhesive on back of material to be bonded. The paper liner should face up. Then you heat it and then you peel it away. Okay, I mean that's pretty
that make
self-explanatory. Yes.
And this heat and bond is something that I got to him like my Boy Scout pants, and I never did it. You can get it at any fabric store, or I think big box store that sells material and stuff. So
I'm just cutting pieces of heat and bond to just kind of go in the vicinity of the letter. It's kind of challenging because my letter is very curvy.
my M will be a little bit easier.
Yes, so I'm just gonna do the best I can.
Yeah. So I've got the notch where I want it. I'm just gonna cut a strip to take. So we're gonna press it on to one side, and then after we press it on that side, then we peel
The
and
paper.
then press it together. Is that correct, Stephanie?
Yes.
Okay. Stephanie's done this a few times. And our handy dandy iron will be great for this. I'm gonna have to switch out my keychains. So cute. Any other questions or comments? We know this is kind of a lengthy live.
We are doing 3 projects.
We are doing 3 projects, so we're trying to go fast.
Fair enough.
I kind of like going through this.
Yeah. Well, then you'll like working with us, Hagen.
Grand old time.
I'm having a grand old time.
Good. It's fun. It's fun.
Okay, and it just said to like literally, get it pressed for about 2 seconds. So that's basically what I did. And now I'm peeling the paper away. Maybe. Yeah, there it goes.
And we do sell this handy dandy little
Cricut
iron,
mini press.
the mini press. It's so cute, and it really works really nicely for projects like this.
Yes.
Faux leather can melt, so you want to be very careful with it. Stephanie knows.
Stephanie has actually fused faux leather to the top platen of our heat press.
And she got it off.
And we got it off, but just be warned, it will melt.
I've got all these little pieces I'm piecing together.
Oh, so did I. I had a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm. Sweeting pen.
Okay, so I have mine adhered, and now I'm going to fold it over, and we're going to press it together.
You could use a glue if you wanted to use a glue like E6000.
Yep.
I think that would work.
Yeah. They make fabric glue as well.
So just whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh no,
What's wrong?
I think I need a Teflon sheet.
Uh-oh. Probably.
Yeah, that like almost tried to melt that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I turned it off.
So don't put your mini press directly to the faux leather. Use a heat resistant sheet in between. I almost melted it.
See, we are making all the mistakes, so you don't have to.
Correct. If we did lives how Corbin wanted us to, this is how it would be. Silence.
Silence.
The sound of silence. It just feels awkward.
It does.
Like, honestly, I'm like, what are
Charlotte
they
and I are
thinking right now?
chatters,
We-
so
yeah, I'm not
Anyway.
good at being quiet.
no, me either. My kids always make fun of me. Because I'll just fill the silence with nonsense. Which my mom does that too. Like,
That's fair.
it's fair.
Okay, I don't know if I got this hot enough or not, but it feels really hot, so. Oh my gosh, it's not hot enough.
It's not hot enough. You want to turn it up a little bit? You want to go up to 2 maybe? Or is that too hot?
I don't know, it feels really hot. Okay, we'll figure it out. Maybe it's pressure. Steph,
I
does
bet
it need
it's
a lot of
pressure.
pressure? Okay.
Use your body, Shyla.
Yes. Will do, Marge.
Okay. Mine are ready to go. All right. While Shyla's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and change our blade back to where it should be for adhesive vinyl. So that's how much I had it. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it. Yeah, it's hard to see. I had it exposed a whole lot for the faux leather. They say you want to have it kind of if you go to your material, like, what's that called? Not depth.
Dyed? Oh.
Or the material thickness.
Oh, yes.
Then you kind of need to have the blade exposed exposed that much.
Exposed.
Anyway, let me see, and then now I gotta get it back to the right spot. So this is one way that the solo is different, is you like don't have anything to help you know how much blade to show.
I am so
It's just
confused.
literally fill. Is it not adhering?
No, and it's like sticking to this.
Uh-oh. What happened? Where'd the blade go? There it is. Okay.
I mean, I've basically melted it to the table and it's still not sticking. Literally. Let's see. I'm gonna just like, I can see that the heat and bond is like sticky, so I'm just gonna like kind of press with something hard.
Do you think if we do it like
Yeah. We might do some hot glue reinforcing.
and it is a little tricky with the having the thing in there, what's
The
that
faux
called?
leather is like really thick, so although that the top is getting really hot, it's not going all the way through the faux leather to the heat and bond. So I would probably suggest using a more like a fabric glue, or even a, like Stephanie literally just said,
Hot glue it.
hot gluing, because I mean, I think that it's getting there. It just took us a
getting
lot
there.
longer than it would have. You're gonna have to hold it there for quite a while.
Really?
Marge.
I'm gonna flip it and see if
If
that
you do
makes a
both
difference. Yeah. I keep touching the button and actually turning it up. Okay.
Is that backwards for them? Let them do it this way. The other way?
Yeah.
This
the
way?
other right,
The
right.
other way was right. So this is the S keychain. Look how cute.
And I think having the adhesive, I think that was our issue, is you need to have the, like, put it in and then flip it and have the adhesive on the top.
Yeah, and also in addition to that, like this faux
Mine's
leather's
so big.
extremely flexible, so you might want to do some stabilizer.
Yeah, like, see how floppy mine is? It's
Yeah.
very big and floppy. And it
Floppy.
probably needed to be about half this size, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute. Okay.
And says fabric glue works well.
Fabric
Yes,
glue.
fabric glue. Yes, I could
Okay.
imagine that fabric glue would have been a little nice. Okay, so here we go with our adhesive vinyl. We're gonna cut a fun decal out to put on our stainless tumbler, and then we'll be all done with our 3 patterns, 1 pattern, 3 project live.
I'm going to cut without the mat.
Have you ever went to our website and purchased a printed pattern in all the items that it comes in? I'm just curious because this is kind of the inspiration behind this live, is so that you know that we have multiple different products in the same pattern. It's just kind of fun, like Margie said in the beginning, to kind of create like a custom, like almost like a gift set, right? You could make somebody a shirt, a keychain, and a tumbler with all the same pattern so that they all match, but it's very fun, different things. So I'm just curious, has anybody ever done that before?
Okay. Speed and force. Okay, so the wonderful thing about the Solo is that you can cut without a mat really easily. It's got these 3 these 3 bars back here. I mean, it's kind of easier to see them here. 3, what are those called? Rollers or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roller.
That engage and keep it in. So we've done printed pattern. Did we do printed pattern adhesive?
Madeline says, I see you from Miami.
Hello, Miami.
Hello from Miami.
My brother lives in Miami.
You could do, yeah, I was about to say StarCraft HD without a mat. Or stencil film, no mat. And then maybe just up the pressure a little bit.
Where's
Because I see stencil
film,
film
no
is right
mat?
after strip lock. Right above StarCraft HD.
Okay. Why can't I read? Okay, there it is.
And then maybe do the pressure a little bit more because it's a little thicker. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this got
STKR.TN says, hey crap people.
Hi, craft people. Hello.
Has lots of little. Sounds like it's cutting too thick.
Is it cutting too
Mhm.
much?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. It's just pulling it up a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It should be.
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna start over.
Okay.
Shantea says, hello ladies.
Hello, Shantea.
So if you're just now joining us, we have went ahead and made some fun shirts. This is Margie's. It says roam free with a fun Thunderbird. We cut this out of our Aztec Fabric pattern. And then Margie made herself an M keychain to match. Look how cute. And so we are doing 1 pattern with 3
3
different
ways.
projects.
How much would you hate me if we just did the outside and not the inside?
I'm fine with it.
Is
I'm
that
fine with
okay?
It. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So this one was mine. I put it on a sweatshirt, and then here is my S keychain that I made to go with it. And we are currently doing our 3rd project, which is going to be a cup. So super cute, super fun. This is the first time we've ever done a live where we have utilized the same pattern 3 different ways with literally 3 different materials. So we've used faux leather, printed pattern HTV, and now we're using printed pattern adhesive for a tumbler decal.
STKR.TN says, what's the name of your plotter and size?
Yes, so this is the StarCraft Solo. This thing can cut 16 inches wide up to infinity long, because we don't know the exact, but it will go a long ways. And this is the newest cutting machine on the market. So this is made by StarCraft. Once again, this is called the StarCraft Solo, and it is a 16-inch wide cutter.
Shantea asks, is the keychain on acrylic?
This is faux leather. So this is not, this is literally just faux leather cut and bonded, and we put it on our new keychain hardware. So just faux leather.
No, it's not.
Solo Creo PR says hello from Puerto Rico.
Hello, Puerto
Hello,
Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Can you not get the outside of it?
No. I tried to fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
Merge. But it's not doing.
Mary asks off
Can you
subject,
just make it really big and erase it all from the center?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Will you be getting any new patterns of electrofoil anytime soon?
Ooh, I don't think so. They haven't added to the electrofoil line in a long time. I mean, there is over 70, not patterns, but 70 colors and prints. But no, that's a really good question. StarCraft normally is pretty good about coming out with new things, but I think that they're pretty content with where they are on the foils.
Yeah, they're focusing on adding different machines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
STKR asks, does the machine work with the Mac or PC?
It does both.
It works with both. I don't know what I'm doing.
Can you just get the eraser button?
There's
Do you have an
not.
eraser?
Mm-mm.
You don't have an eraser?
I don't know where it is. I haven't ever used it. Is that the eraser?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry. I'm
It's
like,
okay.
I don't know where the eraser is. All right. We're just changing the pattern or the design just a little bit.
Margie's worried that this is gonna take forever to cut, so we're
It
just
will.
we're gonna erase the inside and just do the outside.
Sorry, Shyla.
It's okay.
Heather asks, what was used on the shirt? Printed fabric material?
So that's a really great question. So this is our printed HTV that we used on the shirts. Printed HTV is one of the most amazing things that we carry here at My Craft Source. We have over 300 patterns that you guys can choose from, and they're great. You guys can get some of them. All of them come in 14-inch by 12-inch sheets, but you can also get a few of them in 5-foot rolls, our most popular ones. But just make sure that if you're purchasing any of our printed pattern HTVs that you're also getting a TTD Easy Mask, which is basically an external carrier sheet. If you save your carrier sheets from your regular HTV like Caesar Easyweed, StarCraft Softflex, you guys can actually use those as your mask. But you do need to purchase a TTD Easy Mask to properly use these. If you're just now joining us, Margie and I kind of went into more detail about this product, but you make sure you do not mirror your design, and then you also make sure that you do not cut all the way through the pattern. It is on a two-piece, it is on a backing sheet that you need to not cut through. So just keep that in mind. Always do test cuts, you guys. If you're using a new product for the first time on your machine, just keep in mind that all machines do cut differently, and that you always need to do a test cut to make sure that you're not wasting your HTV or your vinyl, because it is a little expensive. I mean, our printed patterns are $6 a sheet, so that could potentially be $6 down the toilet if you don't cut it right. So that's frustrating. So just always test cut. Always, always. You guys can find a guide on our website on how we suggest that you cut it, but once again, every machine is different depending on the wear and tear of your mats and your blades. So just keep that in mind.
This one didn't have a cut path on it for some reason.
So when you're
That's why.
erasing it, it's disappearing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, there it goes. That's good now.
I don't know, but then when I go to the cutter, let's see. When I go to create, there's nothing there.
Can you hit that little, so see that magnifying glass one? Hit that and then do show draw lines too, and then maybe show the printable lines as well, and then see if it comes up when you hit create. Oh, weird.
Was it saved on here?
Just cut a star out. Just get a shape.
Just do a star, okay.
Yeah, just get a shape. I mean, it's
Okay.
fine. So we're just going to XNA the SVG design that we had for the adhesive vinyl. We're still going to cut something out and put it on the tumbler so you guys can see the patterns and all the different materials. But we're just going to cut a basic star real quick because our path cut lines weren't working for some reason.
I don't know what was going on with it.
We are not sure. at
We're
this
not
point.
sure. We probably need to do more creating, like in solo versus.
Yeah.
No, it's so slow.
Why
I had
is
it
it-
set to slow because it was that first one was so intricate.
That is hilarious.
It's very slow.
It's incredibly slow.
I know, you can adjust your speed and force. So if you're doing something super intricate, you don't want. I don't know if you can even cut.
It looks like I can see
You
a
think
cut
it is?
line. Yes, I can see a cut line.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It
That's
did.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to use transfer tape or anything, but this is a piece of adhesive vinyl that we just cut from the pattern. And guys, it's so easy, like whenever you're working with tumblers, like, and this is such a moldable material that if you just start from the outside and work your way, or the inside and work your way out, I mean, it goes on flawlessly. And so there we have it.
Here's our star.
Here's our star tumbler. So cute. It was gonna be a cute bull skull or skull head.
That
but
Shyla
Bull-
had very
it's a bull
intricate
head.
with a really intricate design inside of it.
It was. Also, we just wanted to wrap this up pretty quick. So I would also suggest that you go ahead and prep your surface with some rubbing alcohol, to make sure that your material is free of debris or dust before you apply your vinyl. But this is permanent adhesive, so this is not going to come off. It's going to, within 24 hours, it will have cured to the cup well enough to where you can wash it under water and everything like that. So it's really good. So we just wanted to show you guys one pattern, 3 different products, 3 different projects with products.
Grab the Marji Shyla mystery box.
Do
It's
that.
available for a limited time. And
Yes.
thank y'all. Oh, one more question.
Question.
Shantad wants to know if the Solo is the only machine that cuts without a mat.
No, the Silhouette cuts without a mat.
Just adhesive vinyl, though.
But it doesn't cut HTV good without a mat. The Solo cuts. You can't cut faux leather without a mat because it doesn't have a backing sheet. But it cuts adhesive vinyl great without a
Yes.
mat.
Correct. So hopefully that helps. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for
Thanks.
joining us, and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.